Blessings, kings and queens. God bless you on this day. I want to share a word. I'm going to read some scriptures and talking about God's design when it came to marriage. What was the purpose, of marriage? When a man and a woman come together. I'm going to read some scriptures. Genesis 2:24 says, "For this reason a man shall leave his father and his mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh." That was a goal in mind for that God had for a man and woman to become one flesh. Matthew 19:5 says, "And said, for this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh." Hear that, one flesh. Mark 10:8-10 says, "And the two shall become one flesh, so they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, no person is to separate." In verse Ephesians 5:31 says, "For this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh." The question I have, God orchestrated marriage, number one. And he meant for man and woman to become one flesh. So, do you think that if you're fighting against your spouse, if you're name calling, if you're tearing them down, that you're one? When you're one flesh with someone, when you have become one unit, that person, it says no longer are they two but one. So it's like looking in the mirror, and when you're looking at your spouse, you see yourself. So if you're name calling, if you're tearing them down, if you don't believe in your spouse, you don't trust them, you're not trusting yourself. When you look at your spouse, you're mirroring yourself. They are a reflection of you because you have become one. So when you are tearing down your spouse, when you are neglecting your spouse, you're neglecting yourself. You're tearing down yourself. You're not loving yourself because you have become one with that person. It's no longer two, but one. So be conscious of how you treat yourself when it comes to your spouse.